So I'd also like to get a little bit more information from you before you start. So can you complete this quick questionnaire before we get started?
Sure.
Cool. Okay. So a few things before we get started. During the session, I'll be working from a script to make sure that my instructions are consistent for everyone that participates in the study. The goal of today's study is to see how easy or difficult you find a site to use. Your participation will help me and my group members make changes to improve the overall usability of the site. Have you ever participated in a usability study before?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine. Before we get started, I have a few things to walk through. As I mentioned previously and in the consent form, I will be video recording the session. We're recording the session for members of the team that may not be able to attend and for further review. We won't be sharing any audio or video outside members of our class at DePaul. Today we're testing a site called CareZone. The purpose of the site is to help people track their loved ones' medical needs, such as medications, doctor's appointments, symptoms. During this session, I'll ask you to complete a series of tasks. We just have 5. I will observe you and take notes while you do them. I would like you to practice something called thinking out loud. So there may be times I'll ask you to explain why you said or did something and kind of talk to me as you're going through it.
Okay.
And I'll remind you because it's difficult. So this is not a test of you. We're testing the performance of the system. So don't worry about making mistakes. There's no right or wrong answers. And if you ever feel lost or can't complete a task with the information you've been given, just let me know. Sometimes I might just try and let you do it yourself. Other times I'll step in and help you. Also, I'm an independent researcher who had nothing to do with the design of the site you're about to try out. So feel free to be as honest as possible. You won't be hurting my feelings. This test should take about 30 minutes, probably 20, to finish. I have a brief post-test questionnaire for you to complete when we're done, if you don't mind. If you need to adjust anything like the chair, the mouse, computer, or whatever, please feel free. And I'll be here to guide you through each task if you have any questions. Before we start, do you have any questions?
No. Okay.
Cool. All right, let's get started then. So I'll read you each of these tasks and just kind of let you loose.
Okay.
All right, so for task 1, your daughter, here, actually, I need the screen. Okay, so here's where you'll be working. For task 1, your daughter, Sarah, was recently prescribed a new medication to manage her migraines called naproxen. She received 80 milligrams and can take 1 pill a day until the migraine is gone. So go ahead and add this new medication with the appropriate dosage and instruction details.
Guess I'll leave everything else blank. I don't have any other information.
Okay. Cool. So I'll stop you right there.
Okay.
So what I'll do at the end of each task is sort of gauge kind of how you felt about how it went. So 1 being really easy and
Mhm.
5 being pretty hard. How would you rate completing a task like that?
I thought it was relatively easy. It kind of took me a minute to figure out what I was looking at because there's a lot of tabs.
Okay.
So once I found her name and then figured out what I'm putting in medication information, then it was pretty easy to figure out from there.
Okay. Cool. That makes sense. All right. All right. So last week, your mother Norma had her blood pressure taken, and her doctor was concerned about how high it was. He wants to evaluate her on a weekly basis for the next few weeks to keep an eye on it. So go ahead and add an appointment for Dr. Smith, let's say tomorrow instead, since that's in the past, on February 17th at 10 a.m. Be sure to set a reminder for the day before and another reminder for 1 hour before the appointment. So what are your thoughts here?
I thought maybe if I click to do, it would be kind of like setting the calendar reminder. But there's nowhere to edit anything, so don't think that's right. Can I delete?
Sure. What do you think?
Maybe it in calendar?
Try.
There we go.
Cool. So I'll stop you there.
Okay.
So tell me about that task. 1 being easy, 5 being difficult.
1. No, it's easy.
So when you went to, what were you expecting in the to-do section?
I thought it would be kind of like a reminder thing that you have in your cell phone where you could pick the date and set an alarm.
Okay. Gotcha. So to-dos make you think reminders.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Awesome. Right. All right, for this one, since Sarah started taking aspirin to relieve tension headaches, she also started getting stomach pains. So just to keep track, go ahead and log this symptom into the site. What are you thinking here?
I don't know if it was going to be. I was either thinking here or in medications, because we're keeping a list of the medications she takes. Maybe if there's any kind of reaction that she's having to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if I just put it in a journal, it's not very organized. Yeah, I don't think journal's right anymore. Um,
Cool. So I'll stop you there.
okay.
So tell me about that task.
That one was a little more difficult. Because I feel like from a couple of these tabs, it could be in notes, it could be medication or journal.
That's a good point. Because you wanted to attach it to that particular medication.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. So your doctor recommends that aspirin is taken with food. Go ahead and add this information to the care instructions for Sarah. I'll stop you there. How would you rate a task like that one?
This one was a little easier. I think it was pretty well, at least for me. I thought I would want to put that in the section that is keeping track of the types of medicine and how I should be taking them or the dosage. So,
all right, one more. All right. So you recently began helping to take care of your father, Fred. Fred takes multiple medications and regularly visits different specialists for his medical conditions. So you need to have basic information about Fred so you can start tracking his medications. So go ahead and enter in the following details for Fred. Slow.
mm-hmm.
So I'll stop you there.
Okay.
So tell me about that task.
I thought that one was very easy just because it has a pretty large tab that says add a care zone.
Okay. Cool. All right. That is all the tasks I had for you.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, if you wouldn't mind answering a few more questions for me now that you've had the opportunity to use CareZone.
Okay.
So that's going to be that last tab up there, post-task questionnaire.
Submit.
Yep. Let me stop recording too.